means is that your relationship with your service user is not direct, but you're trying to facilitate. So you have the service user in Zuzu or in Blanda in the wrong way, and you facilitate that individual to access service where that individual is. That too is social work, and it is not about the secondary or indirect practice. You are dealing with service user, but not direct on a face-to-face contact. So here, it will be involved arranging programs that can help us support the service user to attain some functionality and also to live some standardized life as we are seen by people. And also to shelter the individual who is living better. And also, in most cases, the indirect practice is much more of behind the scenes. After sometimes it facilitates service provision. Without the service user can know who is doing that. So it's behind the scenes type of. And here, we are trying just to help prevent, for example, the problem of development. So if you are working with the community and you want to intervene in the community to support that community, it means you are applying the indirect practice because you may not actually be in that community. You somewhat far from the community and you just direct certain programs into that community for purposes which you intend to achieve your goal. And also here, as a service provider, the service provider, you just become like an advocate because what are doing is you are working on behalf of. So in that practice, it's about working on behalf of somebody. You may not be there, but that somebody will be able to access the service because of your intervention wherever you are. So it's possible to do that. Let's see. What happens, for example, when we had afraid or when there was some disasters? Organizations will send some money from outside the country, right? And they're not here. And that money goes to people to address their issues. That's indirect practice. Those guys are not there, but they arrange the transportation of services so that individuals can share. So that is one example of a good way of looking at indirect practice in social work. And the service provider, okay, that is what the state and the advocate just to look at that. And you usually have several avenues that we explore to show that the services are made available. If you are an advocate, do you remember talked about advocacy the other day? Advocacy. Are you sure we did not cover this? Dinner. Our captain. Right? So, advocacy becomes part of your secondary step of the social work practice. Did you look at this? Did you look? You see? Anybody? I don't think you know. Did you know? So when we talk about advocacy, what is it? We talked about different types of advocacy. You remember that? Peer advocacy, self-advocacy, alternative society. Do you remember that? So this is in case Yeah, here, this one here, the case of it, we looked at this. We are talking about social work practice, but that practice is informed by all these things around here. If I remember very well, yeah, we looked at advocacy. We looked at what advocacy is all about, and we looked about the text. Then, do you remember?
Then 6 classes.
Here. That's the memory. Right? We looked at the text, right? Yeah. And we explained what this means. Separate what this is here. Right? Yeah, we did the same thing in Tesla. We looked at the roles of we didn't do it yet, we know that we can go through it next time. Good. So good? Yeah, and then those two guys are very good. Do you remember? No. You do? Right? And systems, for example. That's more thing which is government or anything. These words, systems advocacy, right? So, if you see, maybe when we do some revision of impression, that's what expression. So, the type of you do with your service user is this type of thing, professional advocacy. You're trying to advocate for the wellness of the provision of service to improve the wellness of your service user. So you use it for this thing. So you find that this thing that integrates and, for example, explain how you as a social worker will be a broker. Right? We looked at this, and we looked at also the role of a social worker as a facilitator. No?
No.
The dinner is our practical supposed to be around. But it's done with you. Oh, yeah? Rose and kids. That's the road to zero and road and kids. It's what you know and how you can do it. You are wrong in your function. Right? Yes. So here, we're looking at the attributes of a social worker as a broker, as a facilitator, as a provider, as a trusted, and something like that. And also, we look at the skills of that. If you are able to have these attributes, then you should have the following skills: creativity, research skills, right teamwork, and something like that. Your followers, we did cover it under this way. And they also feed into what we are looking at now. Because the social practice actually puts you as a method, as an indirect practice, where you are a broker, you are an advocate, you are a counselor, and all sorts of things. And one of the skills required is your emotional intelligence, right? And also how you can make decisions, and also how you can manage this. And also, as an enabler, you need the information for the knowledge, then there's the realization of some resources. This is how we look at the role of the social in the context of advocacy. And this one way, unfortunately, was just an introduction where I was trying to look at what argument is, and also that its meaning, that is right advocate, which that time I didn't believe, right? Yes, for the institutions that ought to be fixed into the other community, which actually means call out for support. Advocate is, from the French viewpoint, there's a call for somebody to support. Right? And also, as the process that will affect the attitudes, our social relations, and power relations. We're talking about attitudes yesterday. So they're quite fresh in your mind what an attitude is, and also how that attitude can help you build social relations, and also how you can use your attitudes to manage power relations. So if they are in the context of your power relations, you think you are all a big guy controlling everybody, that can affect your social relations with other people, such as that. So this is how it is. And we are saying that in advocacy, you build strength and also you try to create a situation for dialogue where you are able to talk things out. So it is a method, it is an approach that also can help to change practices around your policies, can bring institutional reform, and also can change people's attitudes and behavior towards certain things. Issue of mind change, for example, is an attitude issue. So an advocate for that type of change by use of what we said, IEC yesterday. What did I say IEC was?
Information, activation, communication.
Yes, so what it means that if you are advocating for change somewhere and you want to make that impact, you need to have IEC. You must have the IEC package, which you will have contained information relevant to the situation you're going to deal with, and deliver that information in an educational format, and also be able to get this to communicate it to the people you're dealing with. So we assume that in the end, people's attitudes actually change. Change will be better. So advocacy, in other words, is about taking action in a systematic and purposeful way to defend, present, or advance the cause of one or more clients at the group or organization. But Mr. Hofer does that self. We move that to something else. So you can see that as the indirect service, you are much more of an advocate. And you see from the casework what advocacy can be, the types, and also the skills that require, and also how that can help you to manage the certain systems now. So here, as an advocate, you can use systems, legal or administrative, to get required assistance for your services. Because you're just advocating, you're just a go-between, you're a broker. Who is a broker? A broker is
the one who creates.
So a broker is a mediator. No. Both are go-betweens, right? But a mediator will be an individual, and a go-between will put it, right? Who is trying to sort out a misunderstanding between two groups of people or two individuals. You are mediating on their behalf, right? When there's a problem, that the two individuals cannot agree on a solution. That's what it is. Right? A broker, yes, you are a middleman trying to organize service between the two individuals or organizations. It's different, right? The two individuals have an interest to do something. And you have to do something positive, right? And you are a broker. Take them through the system, how they can do it. how they're going to benefit, what they should expect, and something like that, right? A bit both possible. Well, the mediator or an arbitrator, right? Mediator or arbitrator is somebody who sits in between two people who don't agree on an issue. That's a problem, but between themselves, they cannot sort out that problem. They need somebody to help them understand the problem and take them through the processes through which they can address that problem. That is an arbitrator or a mediator. So a broker is somebody who does something in a positive way to help people understand and gain from their relationship. So this is how you do it. So in the indirect practice, you actually become a broker, mediator, and all sorts of things around. And this type of service sometimes called the macro system practice. So macro system practice is very, I can just bring this one back. In your own, can you explain the role of macro system practice in social life? Right, here we go. That was the question. Can you explain the role or the functions of macro system practice in social life? That time will not be there. That's the problem. We'll be around and the question is, you'll be around with your question. I will not be there. So this is the thing. You said, indirect practice, all that you have come up with indirect practice is all that you believe. What it is, you said you are a broker, you are an advocate, you are all sorts of things around. This is how it will be. And the macro system practice actually looks at the larger system as opposed to smaller groups or single persons. So macro system looks at the larger group as opposed to the small groups or individual persons. That's the thing. So we find that the micro system, which is the smaller groups, are continuously being affected by the macro. So the bigger always affects the smaller because the smaller is transferred to the bigger in most cases. So here you can look at the issues of an individual and a family as a micro system. Right? An individual and a family as a micro system. And if you look at this example, you will discover that the family and the individual are continuously being affected by the larger system, which is the community, right? And also the environment of the community. So the family's life and that of an individual actually can be affected by the type of community in which they are and also the type of environment in which that family is. Yeah, so this is a very good example. The family and the individual, the community and the environment. And we say that these are interdependent, right? And therefore what is obtained in the community and in that environment, in that particular community, can actually affect the lives of individuals and the family. So here, this is how the interdependence and the connectedness between the environment, the individual, and the larger community. So here, we will have two major macro systems that can impact individuals, right? The weekend. Friday. Yes, that is. Good. Go to the weekend. Alright, so let's move on. That's wrong on the good Russian position. Here we said that an individual can be affected by the community, and organizations. That's what that's for. Now, let's understand, how can the community and organization affect the individual, for example? How can the community and organization affect the life of the family? So, that's what here. And Ashan says that community should be understood as a unified body of individuals with common interests, living in an area defined by and boundary. And it continues to tell us that can also be individuals who are connected in other ways. So it can be a community of students, right? Because you share common things like your educational attainment, goals, and something like that. You are a community of students. But also you can have a community of drivers, for example, right? The people sharing the same jobs and whatever it is. And also how those can also affect individual culture, right? Or something like that. And so on and so forth. But here, community is about individuals in a geographically demarcated area living together because they have common interests. Now, so what will happen if they have common interests for a family or an individual after not fashion? That's the issue. The one issue that we are not talking about is the issue of the environment. What happens? You can have common interests, right? But if for something, for example, a disaster strikes, you all start struggle for survival, and your interest starts to disperse. Will be different. Your interest will be different. So here, that is where you really must understand the role of a social worker in the primary, so in the secondary practice at moment. How we should be able to understand the community and that those interests actually can be disrupted by some occurrence, and therefore create a situation where the individual or the family is dysfunction. So how do you address that type of situation, for example? That's why the issue of you being an advocate council, you being a broker, being whatever, and so on, on behalf of the interests of people in that community. And by implication again, we discover that if something strikes in this community, the problems will not be similar, they will be different. If you look at what we have said, it's right? Do you think all those people are affected equally? Affected differently, right? And their needs are also different. So now, as a social worker at that level, you still have to understand the interdependence of the environment and the people, and also how those people's interests should be addressed, either as a case work or as a case work in the primary practice, or as a social work practice in the secondary practice. So this is how it should be. So let's understand Is it possible for individuals in a group to be affected, even though they share the same interests or same things? Yes. As a community of students, your interests is different, and your problems is also different, right? I don't think you have common problems. Some people's problems is school fees, some people's problems is school fees but accommodation, which is what? Things like those, right? Accommodation, that, and also something. This is how we're doing physical social work. We must look at how things are connected and how they can affect an individual, right? And also, in your quest to intervene, you also will be able to look at how you can go on to intervene also by trying to identify individual interests that you must have. And we say, in this way, if you're going to be dealing with situations like this, it means you are doing your assessment. And in an assessment, we say, that's where you apply your case analysis techniques. Deal. What is this? What that would be, just pass to your neighbor, you get it. There's no neighbor. I'm waiting. Case analysis. Nobody knows case analysis. We covered that. We said case analysis is a process where you break down the case into parts, right? So I start analyzing each part and see how this connects to the problem we're trying to deal with. Right? Causes to the problem sometimes can come from different angles. Right? Yeah. So if your problem is behavior in nature, you may discover that that type of behavior actually is the creation of the environment in which you live, right? Yeah. So in the case analysis you break and understand so that your intervention targets the actual cause of the problem. Instead of dealing with the problem of Hilda in a school, you deal with the problem of Hilda's environment where she is, right? Maybe you have a problem in the school because where you live, people don't stay. Behind your house is the shebang. You're singing the whole night, whatever you can't sleep, you can't sleep, you can't stand, you can't touch your stand, yeah. So we'll go back to look at that. What causes the problem that you have in introduction to social work, like when you are choosing. So what's it? Yeah, especially. Alright, so this is how you would be looking at what Zastro is trying to tell us here. The very simple statement that has a lot of implication on your social practice. How do you understand your community and how do you understand the environment? And this has an impact on an individual and a family and vice versa. Can the family affect an environment or a community? An individual affect a community? Yes. You just become the thief and steal every day. Today, more than we have the other day, you cheat and tell whatever it is. The stability of that environment or that community gets disturbed, right? People go to sleep and all sorts of things like that. So, this is how you should be looking at the definition from the village. So, when we talk about a community, we should be informed by what we call the community theory. Let's put it as a community theory and what I say. All these are things come from community theory is just a framework which you must adopt when you are working with communities. Community theory is about how you work with communities. I know there are quite a number of theories that we use in social work and also in community group work. These will be able to inform you how you understand and how you work with groups and how you work with communities. And here, we have two perspectives on this framework. We look at the nature of the community and its perspectives, including how it is defined and understood. That's what the question is. Community as people with common interests, right? And also community as people who maybe are doing the same thing. So this is one of the perspectives that you would use to understand that theory. Secondly, as a social worker, you will be focusing on how you work in and within the community. So there are two ways. Your understanding of both the perspectives of the community and, as I explained, how it impacts individual lives. So everybody, how that people can impact individual and family lives. And you can also will be looking at what you do as a social worker in and within the community. What are you doing in the community? What are you trying to understand that which is available in the community for you to actually be what you are as a social worker. Also, that's the primary way for primary practice in helping those. Instead, primary practice includes an advocate of the broker of the enemy, but also you could be a change agent where you are creating change in that community, in that you actually being there. So this also will be the way we look at it. So you could create change, make change in that community without actually you being available in that community. So you can bring change without actually in that community. And again, here we talked about the community and we talked about an organization. Right? We talked about the community and we talked about an organization. So that was the ASA. So here we looked at our community and we are looking at that's what tells us. It moves down to where we are here. Now, what is it? What's an organization? This is just an administrative and functional structure which may consist of a group of individuals that come together to work towards a common goal. So that is what it is. So, as a social worker, must understand those differences, what the community is, what an organization is, and in indirect practice, how will these entities help you to be able to deliver the service, right? So we'll be looking at the structures, we'll be looking at the functions, we'll be looking at the arrangement in those organizations and how you could harness their availability to help your service users in the community, or your service users as individuals or as families. So this is how we look at this. Move on. Which one is that? Both. So it's 10 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. See, like 12 o'clock, just to go to the pool. Yes. Study. So if you understand the organization and you are working with an organization, you understand that it's one of its characteristics that individuals there always perform specific duties, right? So if it's an organization, you have individuals who have specific duties to perform. Now, as a social worker, in your capacity to provide that indirect support to your service users, must be aware of those specific roles individuals have in the organization. Because then it will give you a better understanding of how you can either be a broker or a mediator or a counselor or something like that. And in this context, collaboration becomes vital. In your indirect practice. What do we call this? Good. You don't even hear. Did we cover this one in casework? Did you?
Yes.
As what? Collaborative what? As what? Case management?
Yeah.
In case management, yes, we use collaborative approach, is right. In the case management, actually, okay, can case management be managed by indirect practice? Like this. Can you manage case management? Can you apply indirect practice? Huh? Explain. Never. Case management is a series to deal with a case which involves different players in that particular case? And can you use a collaborative approach? Yes. Can you use indirect practice? Yes. Because you begin with certain organizations or individuals that you will not be able to meet directly. So this is where you can also answer that. So it depends on how you understand and also how you present it. It's possible you can use indirect practice and you also can use direct practice. But here, it depends on how you argue and also how you defend yourself. So here, you can actually facilitate within about 10 when you reach out to organizations that can assist you in meeting needs of people that are living. So yes, through collaboration, you can get individuals to organizations that can assist. To give you an example of this trade, people are getting things not knowing who actually said those things, right? From somewhere. And I'm told somewhere, and that is Zambali. So you're right, it happened when we were doing some social media 90s. Cattle could contain a young body to turn the hands of the trade, right? And what was there was by that was Liverpool. So how can you use by now? Because don't even have a home, don't even have a house, and whatever. That's the disadvantage of indirect practice, right? Because you're not on the ground and you don't know what is required. You may not have the opportunity to do your actual assessment. This is one of the disadvantages of indirect practice. You are not able to assess, and therefore you may not be able to understand the actual needs of the facilities that you're trying to deal with. So it becomes quite complicated. Johnston 1999 says the indirect practice not always refers to environmental interventions in context of user networks or social aspects. So I just try to agree with me and with that it is not only about the people, but also about the environment, the network, and all those social aspects within that type of arrangement. So it's trying to come to help us with that, understand. And here, it gives us a few elements of indirect practice. Two elements associated with indirect practice. One, what we call the concrete assistance. Concrete assistance. Concrete assistance refers to resources which are available in services to help with basic needs. Right? So concrete assistance in terms of it is directly going to the service user to help with the identified basic needs. For example, food, shelter. Right? So here we have food, we have shelter, medicine, all these to form part of the concrete assistance that individuals will need. Would the psychosocial care and support be part of the concrete assistance? Let's look at the second element. The second element is the social psychological intervention. Social psychological intervention. Here, we're focusing on how an individual can adjust to aspects and behaviors within the social context, or within the social environment. That's objective. How does the individual adjust adjust to the situation around us. How does the individual adjust around that situation of the individual? And also, you note that the individual behavior will also be dependent on other factors, environment, which may potentially affect the behavior of the individual. The environment also may come in and affect that behavior of the individual. That's why we are looking at this indirect practice. Some of you writing exams tomorrow? Mr. Melanie? Jennifer is writing? Okay. Who else? Gilbert? So it's only Jennifer. Nina, I will lie again and tell Nina how we can make sure it's possible. How many of you sent your assignments through the email? Dina, what is that?
Assignment 1.
Yes. You're yes, those who put the photo send it to WhatsApp. When you are doing your introduction to social work, you did that, did you? Social work theory? Oh, that's the new Tuesday.
Yeah. Kenapa belajar dalam buku? Jadi kenapa belajar buku? Yang mungkin. Kenapa belajar? Baik, mau berapa naik? Kau itu, apa ni? Dari enam bulan,